mantra. Slave song, slave ship, rip skin, made me rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Long in this singing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging that generations remember our story.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Peace and blessings. Glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well. Shout outs to my poet writers, content creators, producers, dancers, choreographers, all that good stuff. Keep hustling, keep grinding. Shout outs to my new YouTubers. Look, I don't know if you've seen the video. February the 1st of next year, for smaller channels, if you have not reached the qualified watch hours, if you haven't done everything that is needed right now as it stands to get your channel over that threshold so that you can get monetized, you're going to have a way more difficult time next year. If you think like this right now is already messed up, okay, check out the video that I just dropped. They're requiring you, as of 2027, to have 8,000 watch hours. 8,000. And that's just a small piece, if that wasn't bad enough. So whatever it is you need to do to get over that hump, I hope and pray that you didn't lose your love and your desire. It's time to get it in. I mean, immediately. Don't take your foot off the gas or nothing. They petty. They really on some BS. But I think that's their way of trying to get rid of a lot of creators. I'm gonna let y'all figure it out what y'all want to do. I wish y'all the best though. You see the title. This is what I want to talk about. Something is seriously wrong with y'all. This will never be okay. Never. This is probably some of the most disturbing shit that I've seen on the internet in a long time. And that's like saying a lot, man. I need to do a list. Let me just run down a list of atrocities that I've covered in the last couple of years and see where this fits. Y'all got y'all boys going to school now, dressing like little girls. Is that what we doing? I want y'all to see this. I don't know if this come across your timeline or nothing. I don't know if we're all on the same platforms. This ain't. Nah, I'm not with this. Let me bring this up here. We're going to get this show started. Hold on a second. Let's see here.
Shout out to Dr. Smith right here. Shout out to Dr. Smith. This kid got sent home because the principal said, you know what? No, he is out of dress code. He is out of dress code. The principal was like, nah. He's not wearing what boys are supposed to be wearing. Girls wear girl stuff, boys wear boy stuff. This is another reason. And I want you to look at this. I want you to look at what some of the things that this mother was saying. I let him express himself. What are we doing? What are we doing as a group of men and women where we allow this? This is terrible. This is not only terrible, but it is almost glorified in our community. We as men need to come on, hey, take over. And all you pussies that come in my comments and always be like, oh, let these women do their, get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick and tired of you punks. And this is why we got these boys out here looking like this. What is going on? Why are we like this? Why are we doing this? None of this is solid. And I'm so sick and tired of you soft men allowing it to happen and you crazy, delusional women. I went in that comments, oh, but he looked cute in that though. I'm so sick and tired of so many individuals allowing this terrible behavior to continue. It needs to change. It needs to change. And I find that the more delusional we get, the worst off our community looks. The worst off. This is not masculine. This is feminine. And shout out to this doctor, Mr. Smith in here, that put her and told her, hey, if you don't pick him up, he gonna be in-house suspension because we not playing this around here. You don't want to, you can express, let him express that at the house. You're not doing it here. Straight up. Shout out to Dr. Smith right here.
Hold on. Yeah, it's nasty work. I gotta get my people in here. I don't know how I forgot this. I'm gonna end up running this clip back. Nasty. Absolutely fucking nasty. I knew we were going to end up here. I knew it was going to get to this point where we make shit like this okay and nobody really sees a problem with it. But I didn't know it was going to be this bad. Not this bad. I'm gonna replay it. I'm like, I got a whole lot that I want to say. I messed up. I didn't get my link out. I need to get my bearings together. Sir, my apologies.
Morning.
What up?
I'm in
What up?
I get it. When you sent me that email and I was like, cool, because right now, my usual spot, I'm actually on the side of the coffee shop, and it's driving me nuts. And the one time as you know, I want to do the show, so I get it. So it's all good. We're gonna power through it. We're troopers. You know what I mean? We are troopers.
Yeah. This
It's
shit
okay.
right here. This. I had the clip. All right, the clip I had. I
Talk to
think.
me.
I think TikTok didn't want the type of negative
Yeah.
publicity that was going to come from the clip I had at first.
Yeah.
Um, because it was exposing billionaires. It was a hacker.
Yeah.
A hacker actually broke into like some secret shit and called them out.
Oh. Yes.
And
Yes. Yes. Yes.
yeah, TikTok removed that post. So I was going to air their ass out, and
Yes.
they removed it. So I had to hurry up and find another one. And this one I was sitting on. I didn't know when I was going to do it, but it's a perfect time for this. Uh,
Okay.
I'm gonna play it.
I get it. I get it.
Shout out to Dr. Smith right here. Shout out to Dr. Smith. This kid got sent home because the principal said, you know what? No, he is out of dress code. He is out of dress code. The principal was like, nah. He's not wearing what boys are supposed to be wearing. Girls wear girl stuff, boys wear boy stuff. This is another reason. And I want you to look at this. I want you to look at what some of the things that this mother was saying. I let him express himself. What are we doing? What are we doing as a group of men and women where we allow this? This is terrible. This is not only terrible, but it is almost glorified in our community. We as men need to come on, take over. And all you pussies that come in my comments and always be like, oh, let these women do the fuck out of here. I'm so sick and tired of you punks. And this is why we got these boys out here looking like this. What is going on? Why are we like this? Why are we doing this? None of this is solid. And I'm so sick and tired of you soft men allowing it to happen and you crazy, delusional women. I went in that comments, oh, but he looked cute in that though. I'm so sick and tired of so many individuals allowing this terrible behavior to continue. It needs to change. It needs to change. And I find that the more delusional we get, the worst off our community looks. The worst off. This is not masculine. This is feminine. And shout out to this doctor, Mr. Smith in here, that put her and told her, hey, if you don't pick him up, he gonna be in in-house suspension because we not playing this around here. You don't want to, you can let him express that at the house. You're not doing it here. Straight up. Shout out to
Initial thoughts.
Yeah. Wrong. It's wrong. You know what I mean? Because that's screaming attention. He's too young. There's a time and a place for this. Like, I get it. He wants to tell and show the world. But at school, that's a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Because I had to look at it a few times. I went, that's a boy. What's he doing in a skirt? Nah. Yeah, definitely do it at home, but not at school. Yes, I understand express your, express is dress or dress is express, but not in this case. There's limits. That's when your mother or the father needs to step up and say, look, no, you can wear this at home, but not at school. Because he doesn't know any better. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know what he's portraying. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Hey, I'll mic up because the coffee's definitely kicked in now.
I blame the parents. Um, you guys have failed miserably. The the entities who support this type of behavior, I point the fingers at you as well. Um, for gassing it up, for pedestalizing such awful characteristics that should not be celebrated within a biological born male. Um, I said it in a short. Kids don't know what the hell they doing. They don't know what they want. All they are doing is going off of what they see on TV, social media, blah blah blah, and their environment, and they're trying to figure out their identity. So you're putting them in situations to inherit bad spiritual juju. Um, it, I don't know if there's a dad there, but if there is, how the hell could you allow that to happen? To me, it's impossible that there's a father present.
There's no father.
Yeah, because there's no way in the world. Um, and for mom, you're definitely lazy. You're lazy. You're probably self entitled. You probably have, and I'm just giving my own personal opinion. You might have some personal issues towards men, and you're taking it out on your kid and trying to make your kid suffer for what was done to you by grown adults, your own decision making. That's what it feels like. The boy husband, son husband shit, where y'all be overly obsessed with your sons. The talking about the men are weak, but you're responsible partially for why they end up getting taken advantage of. Like, there's a lot of things that you can say, well, it's the men's fault for this, but explain that shit right there. Expressing yourself. Well, first of all, where did you get the idea to wear a skirt as a fucking child, as a boy? Where did that idea come from? Who
That's,
suggested that to you?
I'm glad you said that. That's my first. That's my initial thoughts. Like, dude, how old are you? What, you must be 6, 7, and you want to dress skirts, or you want to dress put on skirts now? That's not normal. That's definitely not normal. What are you watching? Who are you mimicking? Who's influencing you? You're too young for this. Even me, being a female, I'm all about the shorts and t-shirt. Still to this day. I hardly wear skirts. When I do wear dresses, oh my gosh, I feel so uncomfortable. But I'm a female. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a real tom boy. But yeah, for him, he's too young. Way too young. And if he's thinking like this already, oh my gosh. I've been to states or cities. What was it? Kansas City? Was it Kansas City? Or was it Nebraska? Anyway, one of those ones. Oh my gosh, they take fashion sense to another level. I remember this grown ass man. He looked good though. He was 6 foot, six. 162, dressed all in leather. I went, okay, bro, you need to take it a notch, take it a few notches down. I go, are you in West Hollywood right now? You know what I mean? But hey, it's not my place to say. As I said, he looked great, but it just didn't fit. And people were mocking him. People were making fun of him. But I understand. What's that expression? Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. I know that's too blunt and too harsh. But as I said, look, you know what I mean? Freedom, expression, dress sense. I don't know. I'm on another page, man. Like I said, he's too young for this. Way too young for this, to be doing this. You know what I mean? Who is he being influenced? Who is he watching? Where's the goddamn mother? Sorry, it just, things like this, it makes my blood boil. He's just way too young for this. Because the older he's going to get, he's going to be an easier target.
In 2026, we are literally witnessing what's the word? Decentering of men. I think that was the whole goal. Make men weaker, unhealthier. Tell them to open up their wallets. Be submissive. Be susceptible to scrutiny. To embrace their softer side and all this shit. And the whole time, the whole point was to get them to drop their defenses to the extent to where now women can have more control over things that they feel that they are entitled to because they could do a better job at it.
Creed, yeah, I'm there with you, man. I could feel it. I can hear it. And sorry, continue.
I mean, it's this weird I'm jealous of you thing, right? Because since beginning time, men have pretty much been the leaders of fucking everything. And I think low-key women hate that shit. I'm not saying it's all of y'all, but I think low-key women just hate that shit. But that's how we were brought into this existence. So it's like, how are you be mad at the one who created us for that? But so you got people, these feminists and these men who work alongside them, who understand that they're probably stronger together if they orchestrate a systemic plan to make men more accosted, if that's a word, so that now we can turn women into basketball players, boxers. They can be lesbian dykes. They can dress like dudes and wear strap-ons and do all this shit, but they don't have to have the responsibilities of the actual guy. And you penalize the man for being a man. People are questioning, damn, so what? I'm not supposed to be stoic. I'm not supposed to stand my ground. I'm not supposed to fight against wicked and unrighteousness and unholiness. I'm just supposed to be this little corner boy over here and let you wear the pants and do everything. Now you got your kids going to school or going out in the general public thinking it's okay to be something that they're not. You were not born to be that. And we've gotten to the point where now you're trying to make it acceptable. I'm not with it. I agree with the brother in the clip.
100%, 150%. I'm all there with him. From the get-go, when I saw it, I was like, what is going on? What's happening? He's a young boy. He should not be certainly dressing, certainly thinking like that. Way too young. Maybe in his teenage years, blah, blah, blah. Maybe, but still, yeah, like I said, there's definitely no father figure in that kind of sense, because any father will be say, hey, son, not a time and not a place. You know what I mean? But then again, he might be doing it out of rebellion. You know what I mean? There's always, as you know, there's always two sides to a story. But in this case, nah. I'm just, I'm just, if I'm being honest, I'm actually appalled. I'm actually disgusted, because that's just sending way too many issues, too many signals of like, help me. I'm obviously, I don't want to say unstable home, because that's probably not the case, but it's just, yeah, like, you can't dress like that to go to school. You would think that's a theme, or you would think that's actually, what is it? Is it Halloween already? Um, yeah, as I said, I just, having conversations, having topics like this, having, situations happening like this, it's alarming, because it's just, this shouldn't be happening. Like, we know that society is evolving. We know survival. Society is just on its own level. It's like it's so messed up to the extent of, if you say something, you're going against the grain, or if you speak a mind, it sets people off. And I'm like, but there is limits. There's do's and don'ts. You know what I mean? Like, everyone is just so consumed of what people think and other. I'm just like, hold on. Yeah, as I said, I actually feel sorry for the little boy, because the little boy doesn't know any better. And the mother, come on, man, snap out of it. If I see my son or my child, you know what I mean, I'll be like, you're not going to school, not dressed like that. Simple. His attitude and his mind will definitely change. Be like, oh no, I want to go to school. I want to go. Well, you better hope so. You want to go to school, but you're not going to school dressed like that. That's not allowed. Because the mother should know better. You know what I mean? Because that's going to set him up as an easier target.
There's a certain reason why hierarchy matters, and
Yeah.
why certain pieces need to stay and remain in the spots that they're in. When you start manipulating shit and trying to rearrange things, you cause problems. Just like building a house and you take the most important nails out of the boards, or you cannot use your feelings and your worldly desires and then try to rationalize creating a world around that, expecting righteous results, if that makes sense. So, as much as I would love to be a multi-millionaire, there's a reason why I haven't accomplished that. As much as I would like to have certain things, there's a reason why I don't have that. You, but like, all right, me wanting it and getting it is two different things. If I went out here and robbed a fucking bank, yes, I could absolutely accomplish my goal of becoming a millionaire. But guess what? There's consequences behind that, because I didn't do it the right way. And on top of that, I have to deal with karma. I have to deal with looking over my shoulder every day. People trying to investigate this robbery, et cetera, et cetera. Trying to change the course of natural selection is fucking wild to me. Men are protectors, providers, so on and so on. You can't tell me you couldn't control what he watches on TV. Your whole point is you're supposed to monetize or monitor everything that's going on in your house. There's certain little freedoms for his age, but for the most part, you're supposed to know what he's watching on his phone, his iPad, if he got one, laptop, TV. You're supposed to know about everything. He should not be watching Bad Girls Club at 7 years old, 8 years old. He shouldn't be watching any type of Barbie shows or no type of transphobic content of any nature. I don't give a damn if it's a popular movie or show or any of that shit. Kids are not supposed to be consuming this type of stuff, but they are. And I think that's a large part of this problem because a man would tell her, "What the fuck is wrong with you, woman? Son, get your ass out of there." No, we're not doing that in this house. No, he's not. No, but see, y'all villainize men for saying no, for course correction, and try to make it look like it's slavery. No, we just see things in the spiritual sense that you don't, or even in the physical sense that you don't. You're only thinking, I just feel like, I just feel, I just feel, I just feel. No, we see certain outcomes that's headed our way because of this shit. You start watching this, now you're going to be under the power of influence. I'm curious. What would I look like dressing like that? I'm curious. What would I look like talking like that? Oh, women swear up and down they could be mom and dad, though. Certain ones. I'm the mother and the father. No, you're not. You're just a single parent raising a child. You picked poorly. For whatever reason things didn't work out, you realize how serious it is for a boy to have his father in his life. Like, I don't know what the situation here is, but nah, this ain't it.
Yeah, I'm actually quite like taken back. Like I know this topic. I didn't see this coming. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, how's this gonna work out? How's this gonna play out? But it's I definitely don't normalize it. This is not normal to me, but it happens, you know. So it's good that we are discussing, and it's good that yeah, like, where are the YouTubers? Where are the people? Like, I know if we feel like this, I know there's other people out there, they feel the same, certain some type of way. You know what I mean? It just, you know what really, really makes me mad is when people, when you have real honest conversations or real topics, people don't want to hear it. People don't want to talk about it. That's what makes me so mad. All my socials, right? I bring real topics, real talk. People don't like it. And as soon as I talk or bring some bullshit topic or fake phoniness, my rooms or my likes are just like, it's flooding. It just shows and it says a lot of people do not want to have real conversations, real topics. Are you that scared to speak your truth? Are you that scared that you don't have a point of view? It clearly shows to me. I know day in, day out, people are not standing their ground. People don't want to have a point of view in an offense because it offends people. Fuck the offensive. It sickens me. You know what I mean? You're coming into my world. You don't like what I have to say, but it's not till weeks down the track or months down the track. Oh, yeah, I remember you talking about it, but you didn't have any backbone at the time. This is where I need you like now. So that's why I'm like, I've always been a realist. I've been honest. I've always been one to kind of, speak my mind. Yeah, I piss people off. Yeah, I set people, but I'm like, hold on. So I have to put up with your nonsense? You know what I mean? So I know. I just know the fakeness you are. People love that shit. Topics like this, people run. Why? Why are you running? This is a real situation. You think it's okay? You think this is cool? No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, I mean, then you gotta factor in that the algorithm is bullshit. The algorithm punishes by numbers and statistics and clicks and views.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, if the people who claim that they care don't support, the algorithm punishes the people or the parties that discuss these things, making it more difficult for the visibility aspect of it.
And it's funny how you said that. The algorithm, as I'm on my TikTok, and this is what is picked up on our talks. Ready for this? Passionate, passionate debate about impact of media on children. Share your thoughts. And as you know, people are like, as you know, doom scrolling. But do you think I have anyone who wants to come in my room? Of course not, because it's too honest. It's too real. You know what I mean? And I know TikTok is watching me because, for example, yesterday when I had, I don't know if I sent it to you, grassroots of SAG. Do you know how many times I had almost like these stupid, you know, things come up? And I'm like, we're talking about the industry. We're talking about the problem, the issues of what we are going through on a daily basis. You know what I mean? It has been affected, honestly. You know what I mean? We are entertainers, we are artists. You don't want to address the problem, but you want to bitch and complain but you don't want to allow us to do anything about it. And we had the president of SAG in there as well. As I said, I've always been like, even in the pandemic, I would open up all these like conversations like you and I. People wouldn't want to come in. As soon as I changed the title, and as soon as I talk phony, it will be busy. It'll be full. And I just thought, you fuckers have no backbone. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean?
Look, man,
And yeah,
you're not gonna normalize this shit.
yeah,
I don't give a
yeah,
damn how many um cross dressers and
yeah,
confused men and women come
yeah,
out with TV shows and talk shows, and I don't give a damn. This is not normal. There's nothing
yeah,
normal about this shit. And I mean, look, I'm not here to tell anybody how to raise their people or nothing like that. In the same breath though, like, y'all gotta be real. Um a lot of this shit is demonic.
yeah. Thank you. I'm so glad you said that. Demonic. Oh my gosh. This apartment that I've moved into is full of demonic energies. I cannot emphasize it enough. My body is screaming, yelling, get the hell out of there. I'm telling you, they look at me. I'm telling you when, oh boy. Okay, focus on the boy. Yeah, yeah, that's another, I'll talk to you on another. I'm just like, you know what I mean? They are silencing the honest. Yeah, yeah, homeschool. He was where to school. Yeah, yeah. He was homeschooled, and he wear all the skirts he wants. And you want my dear. Oof. Oof.
Like that, if that's how you want to raise your kid, cool. I don't want that influence around my kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like it's so many ways you can look at it. You put your child at risk of getting bullied and worse.
Yes. An easier target.
You
Yes.
you're setting your child up to have other spiritual energies enter into your home
Yeah.
in ways that you don't realize that you're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to transform your kid into something that you're never going to expect. Or, I mean, in this person's case here, it's still going to be pretty bad if you raise them at home, but at least if you do it from home, you're not disrespecting other parents. And like, I don't know if you're trying to change the way schools look at this stuff. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Are we getting to the point to where you're going to have kids dressing like we're just going to have like this weird co-ed type of things? Like now you're 5 years old, you can identify as this and that and all that shit, and y'all can use boys' bathrooms and use girls' bathrooms, and you're not even that gender. Like what? Like I don't know, man. This
I didn't like the fact they brought in unisex toilets. That does not sit well with me. Never have. Oh boy. Oh boy. You know what I mean? Oh boy. This is, as I said, this topic is just bringing up and raising other concerns in the real world and the society that we live in now as we speak. More so in bigger countries, US, UK, you know what I mean? Because we have the masses, the people in that sense. Australia, don't worry about Australia. We don't worry about this kind of shit. We're all about like sports, barbecues, pubs, simple living, simple life. You know what I mean? But being out here, you know what I mean? It's just like I feel that you have to, you know, prove a point or force your opinions on others, for the masses. And that's when we get into arguments, and that's why it gets into these nasty debates. When I say nasty, I step away. I'm not about this. I thought that's how you are as a person, as you are as an individual. I'm not going to engage because you're not going to listen to what I have to say. And then because I say something and I stand for something, that's when I'm the problem. But I've got to sit here to listen to your nonsense and the way how you carry on like a damn fucking pork chop. But it's okay. You know what I mean? And the masses, like I said, people just like I remember this came from the police. Remember, there's a lot of sheep dressed up as wolves. And I went, damn. When you put it like that,
yeah.
I was like, wow. And he's serving the community on a daily basis. And he's representing. That came from police, came from the cops. Protect and serve. Protect and serve my fucking ass. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of BS going on out here.
Yeah. Yeah. That comes from a lot of clout chasing, not standing your ground. You don't want to ruffle the net, the feathers. Wow, if this is coming from the cops of Los Angeles, I'm done. I know that I have to protect myself. I'm on my own. No one's coming to save me.
I got a question. if hypothetically speaking, you had a son and your son came to you and said, I think I am really a girl, or you notice that they're starting to do like
Be feminine. Yeah.
yeah, how do you approach that?
Oh damn. Oh damn. One, I will brainwash the bastard. You know what I mean? Ah, look, my good friend that we've known each other forever, the children, they call me the Nazi Auntie Sarah. Because you're a boy, you're a boy. You're a girl, you're a girl. You know what I mean? You gotta educate them. You gotta teach them at a young age. And if you don't start them young, and if you don't, yes, force feed it, and look at the repercussion now with this poor guy. Oh, I'll wear a skirt. Okay, I'm homeschooled. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, this homeschooling thing, yeah, that doesn't sit well with me. But hey, what would I know? So that's another whole nother topic.
I vote for homeschooling only for the reasons that the system that I'm currently observing is trash. Kids aren't getting smarter. They're bad as fuck. And the government isn't investing in the educational system like they should be. I just watched a video of a black man. He bawling his eyes out on Instagram. He a teacher. He crying because he said his senior class can't read or write. The seniors can't read or write.
So how they're passing their grades? How are they leveling up? Don't you need to repeat? Don't you
It's
repeat?
you know what it is?
Tell me.
It's teachers who don't want to deal with them again. So they just give them a passable grade and just
Okay. Okay, got it. Okay, let's just remove the situation. Remove him. Okay, got it. I never thought of it like that. Because I'm like, I remember I had to repeat. It wasn't fun. I
but
was like, and I hmm?
teachers are teachers were more stern when we was growing up though.
Yeah. No, that's different. Different time. Definitely different time. Different
Yeah.
place.
These
Yeah, no, that.
teachers these teachers are fresh out of high school and
Yeah. Oh my
college,
God.
20,
Yeah.
23 years old.
Yeah. Yeah. What wisdom do they have? Yeah. No, you're right on that one. Um, but it's just it's scary. Like you're saying that. Wow. You just like the band-aid version of a quick fix. Let them go up another level or just to that's sad. And and the poor guy, he's probably at breaking point, and the sheer fact that he's on socials crying, that that's a reflection on him. And I get that. I understand. Like he's probably like going, this are my students. This shouldn't be happening. This shouldn't allow. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, the system is broken, but the poor guy, he's probably, letting people know this is what's happening in our school system. Yeah. Yeah. I would have probably done the same thing too, but I don't get this thing that you have to be on social media and you're crying. And then maybe if you get, which you're just passionate and you're in the middle of like expressing how you're thinking and feeling and you get emotional, I get that. But not when you come on when you're emotional and you're like, oh, I thought, no, there's a time and there's a place. But then again, as you know, people don't like me because I'm a straight shooter. I scare people. I put the fear in people. You know what I mean? I know that for a fact because they don't want the honesty. They don't want the truth. You know what I mean? But hey, I get them the gigs. I get them to level up. I give them a different point of view. They won't stop blowing up my phone, my socials. You know what I mean? They pick and choose. You know what I mean? Like even yesterday, I'm going to share, as you know, I had it on my socials, and this one girl, this is how fucked up. Like, as I said, it was, grassroots of SAG, being FICO. And I tagged the people to say thank you, I appreciate it, blah, blah, blah. And I had put it on my socials, on my Insta, that I didn't even realize, I didn't even look at it that closely, that I had apparently people's names, and apparently that was like a violation, and I understand, I get that, and it made me so mad. It makes me so wild, because I said, look, thank you, blah, blah, blah. You know where to find me at my coffee shop. I'll, if you ever want a cup of Joe, it's on me. And then she got back to me, against guidelines, or it's a violation of people's names, da, 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 da. I took the post down. I reposted it, and I blocked her. I didn't need this shit. You know what I mean? I'm cool, man. I'm cool. You know what I mean? It's just like, when is it ever going to stop? You know what I mean? You say there's problems, there's issues. Well, I'm thanking you for your time and hosting, but at the same time, I'm getting reprimanded because I put someone's name or accident, and I'm just like, that's just too much. It's too much. It's just way too much. So, with this poor guy, poor boy, okay, he's homeschooled, okay, fine, but still, I don't know, there's got to be where you cross the line. You just got to be able to kind of put your foot down at the end of the day. Okay, no, this is too much. But yeah, it's going to be hard, to educate or tell a young man or young boy, no, this is wrong. You know what I mean? Because he's going to put up some resistance. There was a show, Netflix show. Oh my gosh, I've got to find it and I'll send it to you, where they didn't like the teenagers thinking or acting, and they sent them off. Oh yeah, it was with Nicole Kidman. Is it Nicole? No. Tony Collette. I'll send it to you. It was actually, if the teenagers act out of behavior, they send them to this. I think it's a cult, but a school where they actually isolate them and shake it out. I'll send it to you. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, it's real. I know it's real. I'll send it to you. There is all these institutions, there's all these cults, there's all these homes, there's all these schools that is out there where people do fold and they do conform. And if you go against it, you're out. Or they isolate you to break you. Happens. It happens. As you know, we just have to, look up on, social media. We just have to just put a few notes, a few words, and you'll be surprised how much. Whoa, there's a world like this?
Yeah. Ladies, man, stop trying to raise your kids or your boys like women. You can't raise your boys like boys. You can't. As much as y'all try, it's impossible because you don't know the male experience. I don't know what your situation was, why y'all ate together, why it didn't work out, none of that. But if he wants to be a part of his kid's life, let him. Stop being petty. Let them be parents to the kid. You cannot raised men to be men. As a woman, it's only but so much you can do. But once you hit that mark, you have to pass the baton on to the only individual who can carry it the rest of the way. It's not an insult. It's just how it is. It takes two. Broken homes make it so much worse, so much more harder. But if you're in that type of situation, you're going to have to put your pride aside and think about the needs of the kid instead of yourself. And that goes for both parties.
You're spot on. Put your needs. Yeah, you couldn't have worded it better. You know what I mean? You know the ramifications. You know the long-term effects that's going to happen. But unless she's high, she could be an alcoholic. You don't know what the state of the mother is.
Yeah.
I mean, in that sense, like, you know, I am at a stage where children and animals are drawn to me because they know that, good energy, feel safe, comfortable. But I was raised different, I mean, and not only that, it's like, I like how which it is, the demonic, the demons. That's a real thing, man. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
And it's out there and it's multiplying. That's the scary thing. It is multiplying. And it scares me because I'm just like, you know what I mean? I am constantly, having chills or feeling. There's times I'm like, why do I feel like this? Shake it off. Stop being so paranoid. But I know my body's like going, no, 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 no. The alarms are going on. Take it easy, girl. You're onto something. Listen to your intuition.
Yeah. My last thoughts on this whole thing. I hope the schools stay the way they are as far as the dress code.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, you need to get better with it.
Yeah. Get a grip.
Kids need to. They just need to wear uniforms. All of them. Put it.
Yeah.
That'll stop the bullying. Who can afford to wear what type of shoes? You ain't got it. Just everybody wear uniform.
Yeah.
Man, kid, boy wears boy clothes. Girl wears girl clothes. That's how it's always been. Don't try to change it.
Yeah. Thank you. Boys be boys and girls be girls. Simple. We've got enough confusion as it is in the world. And I'll leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Look, shout outs to you. Shout outs to what's that? Martha Rodriguez.
Yes.
I appreciate you. You're a new face over here. I appreciate you for chiming in.
Yes.
And Sarah, I appreciate you for pulling up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
I will. Thank you. Yep.
Do me solid, folks, before you go.
Push the goddamn button.
That'll be easy.
Bye.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired of the brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging that generations remember our story.